My dear friends in Jesus Christ our Lord, today we enter into 23rd Sunday in Ordinary Time, Year C. The first reading is taken from the book of Wisdom, chapter 9, verses from 13 to 18, and the second reading is taken from the letter to the Philemon by Paul, chapter 9, verses from 12 to 17, and the Gospel is taken from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 14, verses from 25 to 33. The cost of discipleship. The Jesus we meet in today's Gospel is far from the gentle Jesus, meek and mild of our childhood prayers. Instead, we meet the tough, uncompromising prophet of God's kingdom. Jesus pulls no punches when spelling out the conditions he requires of those who wish to be his disciples. He says, "If anyone comes to me without turning his back on his father and mother, his wife and his children, his brothers and sisters, indeed his very self, he cannot be my disciple. Anyone who does not take up his or her cross and follow me cannot be my disciple." It is well to recall the context in which Jesus made these statements. He had set his face resolutely towards Jerusalem and was well aware of the fate that awaited him there: rejection, betrayal, and death on a cross. And he wanted his disciples to be under no illusions about what lay ahead of them if they continued to follow him. It is clear that many, perhaps all of them, entertained expectations of earthly power and glory. It is also clear that his words made little impression on them until after his death and resurrection. Only then, enlightened and empowered by the Spirit, did they fully embrace the challenges of being disciples of their crucified and risen Lord. But what about us, the disciples of Jesus living in the 21st century? Surely Jesus does not expect us to take these harsh demands seriously. They seem altogether completely out of dominant values of our culture.